Hi guys, how you doing?
How's her shoulder feeling after some rest yesterday?
Good. Feels great. Thanks for asking. I'll be there Sunday.
Tom, when you look at the high level that you continue to play at, 4 games into the season now, does that kind of reaffirm to you your decision to come back to play for a 23rd season?
I just enjoy, playing with the guys that I play with, and I think the biggest reason to come back is, the guys that I'm in there with and represent the organization and try to do a great job.
Tom, how challenging has the season been in particular, trying to keep a singular focus on football and be all in like you always are? The challenge of this particular season with everything else that's going on.
I think, football always has its challenges in different ways for everybody at different times. So, it's work and everyone has different challenges. You deal with it the best way you can.
Tom, at some point, you guys, I know you only ran 8 times or something, you got behind, so you had to, but you've not been running it successfully, especially on first down. So until that really comes around, is it going to be challenging to try to, put up the 30 points a game? You can't throw it every down, right?
Yeah. Well, I think you always got to try to stay balanced, over the course of the season. And a few games we've done a better job. We just have been getting behind quite a bit, and it's been frustrating that we haven't performed very well early in order to keep us more two-dimensional. But when you're one-dimensional, it's tough. And I think we, even last year, we just kind of fall back to the passing game because we're successful with it, but at the same time, you got to play with the lead and you got to, keep the other team playing both. So, we're going to try to work at all those things to make us a better football team for sure.
Tom Byron talked about the importance of having all your guys out there on offense, if you will, just because it's been so much in and out of receiver. Even though Sunday was kind of a losing effort, how much did you gain just from the reps of all of them out there at the same time?
That's important. I think we are trying to get everyone out there so we can build on certain things. And, I think when you have those guys out there, obviously there's great players. They're going to make a lot of plays. So Mike's going to make a lot of plays. Chris going to make plays. We just got to keep doing it. I think it's, 2 and 2 is not where we want to be. Got to do a lot of things a lot better.
I know you're not one to make excuses, but you also are all about consistency in your preparation. How much did your preparation get impacted by having to suddenly evacuate last week and you're doing all these different things that you wouldn't normally do? And also,
Yeah.
how did the jet skis make it this time?
I think, last week was last week. That's just this week is a different challenge, and we got to have a great week. This is important for us. It's a division game at home against a team that's playing good football, and they have a unique style, and they're a tough team. They've been tough to beat this year. Even the teams that have lost, and the teams they've lost to, it's been close games. So we got to play good football, and I think we got to prepare well and got to be, 0-2 at home. That sucks. It's the reality. So there's no excuses. We haven't got the job done, and it's a production business. You either win or you lose.
Did the jet skis survive?
Yeah.
Nobody had to swim out and get them in the bay
No.
or anything?
Luckily.
Tom, what exactly have you seen out of the Falcons that make them so difficult to go up against?
They're good. I think they have a good scheme, and I think they're very athletic, and they have, they're physical, and they play well together. They're well coached. I think their offense does a good job with their defense, but a good complementary football. They run the ball a lot, so therefore the defense, isn't out there as much. So they're doing a good job. They're a very different team than the one we played the last few years.
There's a chance you may not have Cam this week. Have those other guys developed and evolved to the point where you have confidence in them, especially the young guys, the young tight ends?
I think they're like everyone else, trying to work hard to get better and make improvements. And, football is important to both those young tight ends that we have, and Kyle's doing a good job. So that position's, providing some consistency and dependability for us, which is important.
Tom, going back to, I know you were talking about turning the page in last week, but can you just set the scene of when you come off a loss the way it was, and you guys have been in a position where you've lost to the Chiefs before in a season and things turned out pretty okay for you guys, but when you come off a defeat the way it was today night, what does that do to just the building during the week and the edge and I guess probably the want to get back on the field as soon as possible?
Anytime you lose at home, I think it's, every loss feels horrible for a certain period of time, and the faster you can learn from it and move on, the better. And, 2 games into the year, we've lost 2 in a row. So we can look at the film and understand why. You know, you turn the ball over, you get behind, you don't play well on third down, you don't score points in the red area. It's all the same stuff. So, stuff you got to work on. And I think every year the challenge of football is everyone starts at the bottom, you know, and you got to work your way up. There's a lot of new players, a lot of transition. Guys come and go. The teams, the strengths are different. And that's why everyone tunes in to watch football every week, because, you know, you never know what you're going to get.
Is there a sense, Tom, that the Bucs really haven't played a complete game yet through the first 4 weeks, and you know that there's a lot more that can be had?
Yeah, I think we feel like, you know, we certainly have not played our best football. That's very true.
Do you think, Tom, in all your years, there's even more parity now? There's a lot of teams that are 2-2.
I think there's a lot of bad football from what I watch, you know. I watch a lot of bad football, a lot of, poor quality of football. That's what I see.
Tom, obviously you don't want to throw 50 passes plus every game, but was there a benefit having your regular guys out there to get those live game reps to kind of get back into a rhythm with them?
Yeah, I think it's really important. You know, it's the more you're doing stuff together and working at things and going through the reps and the practices and the games and live competition, you know, the better you're going to be. So I've just played with a lot of guys over a long period of time. It was only my third year with Mike and Chris especially, you know, and there's other players that Cam, Leonard, you know, and we're just, you know, there's a lot to learn. You know, it's a tough sport. There's a lot of coordination that goes into, you know, an offense and defense and special teams and getting everything right in order to consistently win.
Tom, we talked about learning from losses. What did you learn from those 2 losses against the Packers and the Chiefs?
Well, why we lost. You know, you understand why you lost and what you need to do a better job of, and who's going to be in there and who's dependable and consistent, who we can count on, and who's doing the right thing consistently well. And, you know, are we making the changes that we need in order to put us in a better position to win? So, all right, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tom.